風をくれ風になれマウンテン The Breakout 脈打つことを感じてる Never ever空の盾を破れよ誇りの中で霞む太陽背中で震える僕に飛んでやれよこの手で掴むまで風をくれ風になれ丸The breakout 飛んだ昨日も蹴散らして永遠と瞬間が薄かれば目覚める欲望を感じてる Never ever
Hello everyone and welcome over to this race we've all been waiting for. This is Homestead, the first of the 2 races this season, and in fact this is most excitingly the last race of the season before the playoffs. So after that it will be the start of the playoffs. So let's see who is going to make it to the playoff basically. So anyways, to do that, let's show you all the point standings coming up to this race, because it's very important to figure out who has a good chance, who have a great chance, or who doesn't have a good chance of making it to the playoffs. Anyways, let's move on to the point standings right now. Okay, so here are the point standings coming up to this race at Homestead, and so far it's been going on pretty well so far. We've got lots and lots of surprises. So anyway, without wasting any time, let's go through it. So so let's take a look at Owen Scott. Owen Scott is currently the points leader, as in the regular point standings. He is of course in a guaranteed spot of making it to the playoffs, especially with the 4 wins that he has so far this season. Camrate Jr. behind him seemed to me he had a very good chance. He's in second place, but despite not winning a race, he does have a high chance. However, though, I think, depending on the circumstances, I don't know, but I have a good feeling there's a great chance that he'll make it to the playoffs, especially being the first out of all the non-winners, currently highest in the standings. So, and moving on, Drew Walker, who will be retiring this season. He's currently in 3rd place with 3 wins. He will make it on to the chase. Does he try and get his second championship? Who knows? And Bradley Riam, excellent drive for him. He's currently 4th place in the standings. And obviously, depending on the circumstances, ideally he needs to win. If he does win a race, that will give him a great chance, but otherwise he's just gonna have to just keep up and just make sure others don't finish ahead of him. So Zachary VK with a win. He also currently in the playoffs at the moment. He's holding on to that ticket. Roberto Crown Jr., Nicholas Wright, David Dixon, Cameron Sr. all have wins, which should give him a chance of making it to the next round. Obviously, depending on how the playoffs will turn up. Aris Uiko with a win. Blake Parker with a win. Both currently in the top 30, which should give him a chance of making it to the chase. Solomon Sheridan as well, during his last season as well. So, despite basically being off pace for the past few races. And we have a bit of a dead heat here between Henry G. Brown and Dex Miyazaki and Rain Anami. Both have wins. Well, all have wins, but they're currently at the edge of the cutoff line of the playoffs. So they've been in and out of the cutoff line for quite some time for a good number of races. So if the playoff does start as of at this time for the standings, if the playoffs already started and the point standings finish as it is right now, then all three will make it on to the next round. However, there is possibility they could fall out of the top 30 depending on the circumstances of the race. So once again, like the others, they'll just need to keep their heads up and make sure that they stay within the top 30 to have a chance of making it to the chase. And finally, and sadly, Riley Hill and Dylan Hayden, it appears to me that these two are not in the runnings of the playoffs anymore, despite winning both races. So, but once again, as I've been out of date with, well, somewhat out of date with what's going on in the season, you never know what will happen, and things can change. So, as a result, we're gonna have to find out for the race coming up. So let's make a move on from there. Alright, and I do apologize for being a bit off of my commentary in the point standings. So yes, it's very tiring because honestly I've been working all day, and I'm very tired. So, but anyway, let's see what we can do at best, and let's see who is going to qualify on pole for today's race, and let's see where all the contenders gonna be. Gonna be ending up in the qualifying standings. Anyway, let's make a move on right now. So Matthew Hill will start on the pole. Trey Meeks will start second place. David Scott third. David Dixon fourth. The highest out of the playoff winners, the winners of the season. Arishi Wiko right behind him in fifth. Riley Hill sixth place. I think Riley Hill seemed to be on a miracle spot right there, unless I count it wrong. Henry G. Brown as well in a very good spot. Aditya Bhagat 8th, Don Hayden 9th, and Nick Tanner 10th, and the rest of the others, rest of the drivers. So, give me a moment to double check my Discord for anything last minute, and then we shall be making a move on from there and start the ultimate race at Homestead. And as usual, it's going to be a mostly quiet race, so anyways, well, hopefully Lane Hill will hopefully be on commentary, so don't know when, but I was promised. So, but anyway, let's make a move on.
To your cars.
Oh, and by the way, I almost forgot. So let's go through some of the drivers, because we've got some fantastic schemes to show you all. And yes, I think my free camera has been a bit wobbly at the moment. I don't know if it's just set up, but anyways, let's take a look at some of the schemes, some of the fantastic schemes to show you for this race. So you can see that is, oops, daisy. I gotta slow that down. That's better. So as you can see, oh, why don't I do it even slower, because that's not even slow enough. That's slightly better. Anyways, okay, so here are some of the schemes. That is Jerry Chan in that supposedly 43 car, but it's actually a free car, trying to imitate as the as probably Richard Petty, I think. Looks like a stolen car, being taken away, being stolen from Petty Enterprises, I think. So quite suspicious, but I'm sorry, quite suspicious about that. But anyway, so moving on, we've got Olivia Reynolds in the 88 car. That looks like a Michael Waltrip car, I think. That does resemble Michael Waltrip, if I remember correctly. I can remember by the scheme. But that is Olivia Reynolds. And then looks like a Jeff Gordon or a Chase Elliott car, that DuPont car. It is the number 7 car of David Ryans. And there is Leon Hill in that 54 car in a very unusual scheme. It looks like Cartoon Network and Disney Plus have actually partnered with each other, despite two different companies. Like, seriously, Disney and Warner Brothers. Does this count as a good mix? Who knows? These are the normal schemes, and we've got another scheme here that is that's the 23 car. I think that's Flandre Wilson in the 23 car, and looks like a Mark Martin car to me. If that resembles it, if I remember correctly, that looks like a Mark Martin car, the Mobile One car. And I don't remember the driver, but I do remember the team. That car, the 85 car, is trying to replicate Red Bull Racing team of NASCAR racing. Don't get confused with the F1 team. And that is Fully Hill driving it, the 85 car. And alongside Fully Hill, that is what is supposed to resemble Terry Labonte's Kellogg's car. It is Cameron Sr. in that number 5 car. And looks like that car over there trying to be an Xbox. It is Henry Guo in the 14 car. Magnificent scheme that is. And that Saber Fox. I don't remember that scheme, but looks like a custom made, or well, somewhat of a throwback somehow. I don't remember which, but that is Saber Fox in an 87 car, Trevor car. And that is Owen Scott in that 17 car, that Ali Peacock car. Once again, I don't remember that scheme. It looks kind of creepy a little bit, or somewhat cheap, but nothing cheap as in cheap to make, but it looks cheap on the outside, like how it would have appeared in real life. And interestingly, that is Solomon Sheridan. Looks like more of a throwback scheme for the FedEx car, the 11 car. Once again, that is Solomon Sheridan driving it.
Start your engines.
And I do apologize for that, but yeah, I've sort of spoiled it. But anyway, moving on, we don't have to listen through the drive and start your engine thingy, but anyway. And the next schemes, that is Jackie Daytona in the 18 car, Disney Plus. And that is Rain and Army right alongside him in that custom-made Leland Hill car. Looks like a Leland Hill Designs painted car for Rain and Army. And looks like that's Tara Lowell in the 9 car, a Cartoon Network Dexter's Laboratory car. And in the Camping World car, I think that's Eddie Flores Jr. driving in the 12 car. And in the Bush car, kind of reminds me of Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch drove the Busch Light car once, I think. And that car is currently being driven by... I don't remember. Let me find out. Okay, Alrighty Alejo in the 4 car. And that is Henry G. Brown in a Disney Plus car, that red car. And there's Riley Hill in that Toyota made car. Looks kind of custom made as well. But once again, that's Riley Hill driving the 15 Toyota car. And there's David Dixon in the DHL car. In that 45 car. And looks like, is that Joey Nemechek style sort of scheme, driven by Jackie Daytona? Is that Jackie Daytona or no, Trey Mix? Sorry, I am so blind. I am so out of my own brain. But anyway, the 19 car will be driven by the pole sitter. No, the runner-up starter, Trey Meeks. So, anyways, let's make a move on and let's start the race. We hope these schemes can last very long, as in for the whole duration of the race. Hopefully you don't get littered in a crash or anything. So right now, let's move on and start the race. And yes, I am pretty much just off of my commentary today. Just trying to be more presentable this time instead of just being on and off. So, but anyway, pace car makes a move as everyone else makes a move following the pace car, and what is supposed to be a exciting race. And there's Matthew Hill, the pole sitter. Take a look at all the Fords. We've got four Ford cars in the top group of the inside pack. As the pace car pulls in, and we're about to go racing here at Homestead. And I forgot to tell you, this is a different track, so let's hope that this track will definitely bring us good luck here in this race. So, as you can see, looks like David Scott is putting Matthew Hill under pressure as Matthew Hill holds on to the lead for the time being. And, oh, looks like a bit of a nudge, of a cheeky move on Henry J. Brown. Whoa! Oh my god! I think. Oh, you did back! Oh my god! We've got caution here, and it's going to be close. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Close, but not close enough. Oh! Oh my god! We got a few crashes, but none of them are very serious. Oh my god! That was actually a close one. Some damage, but doesn't seem to be very severe. So I hope everyone's okay. It doesn't look as bad as the theme, but once again, hopefully everyone is okay. To be honest with you, it'd be better if... Sorry. I would say restart it if that's okay, because I think that was a bad start. So I'm thinking of like just resetting the start.
Uh, I was gonna say you should probably get better cautions because you can actually stop that going on. But like you need to see the collisions during cautions, but I don't I don't think we should because it's it's already been chaos. Every Homestead race is chaos.
Well, it's normal, but it's not normal after lap 2, so... And we've seen some potential damages, so... I mean, it's normal, but it's probably better to lay off the cautions, but... Anyways, so... Looks like we see an opportunity of pit stops coming up. I'm just not going to bother with the caution just to find out what happened, because it seems like everything was bunched up and it was difficult to try and find out who caused or anything. It looks like a racing incident. A racing incident where everyone was so bunched up into what we call a pile of death. Like you bunching up in like 5 or 6 car wide. That is honestly very dangerous to do, or a risky move. So, but anyway, let's see how this will go when the pace car pulls in. Here we go again, and lights out, and away we go as us. Drew Walker takes the lead. Drew Walker now up in the lead after that unfortunate caution. I think some of the cars actually went wide on the wall before the caution, especially with the likes of Aditya Baggett, who I just saw. But anyway, I don't think it's anywhere important as of now. We're just gonna have to focus on the race. What's going on here? Yeah, some of the cars, I can tell they're hitting the wall. Looks like it's a very concerning move. But so far, they managed to hold up pretty okay. They've managed to hold up pretty okay. Let's hope they can hold that in as long as it can. As Drew Walker holds on to the lead, but looks like there's Rain and Army behind Drew Walker. There's Dark Rain, there's David Dixon, David Scott, Matthew Hill, Trey Mix, and Riley Hill. Here comes David Dixon. Oh, David Dixon hit the wall. David Dixon hit the wall. Let's hope he holds up. Yeah, that was a risky move. I mean, perhaps it reminds me a bit like Daytona racing, I guess, where... I don't know. It reminds me of something, but I forgot where the race is. I thought it was Daytona. But anyways. Sounds like some interesting racing going along as Drew Walker holds on to the lead, but for how long? It doesn't look like for much longer, as it looks like we've got Ray and an army trying to overtake Drew Walker for the lead. It looks like Drew Walker is getting helped by his teammate David Scott. These two are both in BPE. And is that another BPE car, Matthew Hill? I don't think so. I think he's on a different team. He's definitely not BPE, but we've got battle of the Fords now. Whoa, David Scott. What a move. And he's actually going to try and go for it. Here comes David Scott. And I think David Scott is right there. But I think Drew Walker's got a bit more draft. And here comes David Scott for the lead. He crosses the line. Ooh. Oh, they both go equal over the line. I wish this was an actual finish. I wish. They've both gone equal over the line. But David Scott manages to just get up front. It looks as though that Drew Walker is not out of the woods yet. He could hunt back down David Scott any moment now. And that looks like a dead heat. David Dixon still tries to get around Drew Walker, but somehow he gets hit on the wall. Doesn't look really normal to me, but somebody...
Like a shot move.
That looks like a sharp move. A risky move. David Scott now up in front. He's now taking the lead from Drew Walker, and there is Riley Hill over there. Riley Hill is right there, trying to get around David Scott, and of course Drew Walker as well. Drew Walker is still not out of the woods just yet. Even though he has gone past, he's still got a better line on the outside line. I guess when it comes to overtaking on the outside line, always be careful, otherwise you get hit on the wall, which is what happens sometimes to David Dixon and a few others as well. But at least for something, as looks like Riley Hill might be able to try and go for a lead. We've got another caution here, and that is Jace Chevalier. Jace Chevalier. Another involvement of him being in a caution, getting wrecked. Oh, he got wrecked up on his own. Oh, he hit the wall, and then he got knocked out. I don't know by who, but let's see who was that. And I think that's Henry Guo taking out Jace Chevalier after hitting the wall. Now that's very interesting to see. Jace Chevalier thinking he's worth it on the 47, which sadly, well, he often gets involved in a collision nowadays. Oh, and some cars already hitting the wall. Anyways, moving on. Let's see if we're going to see any more pit stops. We are seeing more pit stops as more cars, apart from a few, David Dixon and David Scott, taking advantage of pit stops. whilst David Scott and David Dixon appears to be on a disadvantage because I don't think they've actually pitted. I could be wrong. I think they've skipped through the pit lane, so it looks like that they might be on a disadvantage because most of the drivers are on fresh tires and more fuel. And Cameron Sr. has a bit of damage on his car, but somehow he's keeping on going. And Saber Fox, oh dear, what happened to Saber Fox? I think Saber Fox got a problem. Now that's very bad. Always a problem with Saber Fox. Skipping through. Anyways, we're going again. As we're racing again on lap 22. And let's see if David Scott can hold on to it. Same goes for David Dixon, because Dave decided not to pit, so let's see what the others can do. And there's Drew Walker. Drew Walker is right there. Looks like he's splitting up the two Davids and he's going to try and take the lead. OMG! Free wide! Look at that! Free wide! What a race we like to see right now. What a race we're seeing right there. Drew Walker takes the lead. David Dixon falls back as a result. And Matthew Hill, the pole sitter, back up into second place. Oh, and Dark Rain having a go at Matthew Hill. Oh boy, very bad strategy for David Dixon. Hopefully, if there's another caution, then these two can decide to pit or whatever. And anyways, Drew Walker back into the lead. Camaro Jr. struggling. And it seems to me that the 51 car, has he left? Oh, Arishi Rico, he's still 2 laps down. Drew Walker still holding on to the lead. And here comes Matthew Hill, the pole sitter. Like, take a look at what he did. Who? Is that Henry Guo? I think. Well, is it what Henry Guo did, or? I assume I must have done exactly what I've been told to do. I know Jace Travalia got taken out by Henry Guo. But anyways, let's focus on the race for now, in case if anything pops up, then I can definitely make a chance of finding out what's going on. But anyway, Rain and Army, I was about to say, hitting the wall of death. The wall of death here at Homestead. Not in a good position she wants to be, but somehow she is holding on to a high spot at the moment. And here comes Henry J. Brown as he tries to overtake Drew Walker. Here comes Henry J. Brown. Looks like the inside line is looking very good for the Portuguese driver. And his teammate Rain and Army, despite hitting the wall of death, she is still there and still on the inside line as Arichirika retires from the race. Arichirika, the first driver to retire today. And oh, Matthew Hill make a mistake again. And as a result, Henry J. Brown now trying to overtake Matthew Hill. Drew Walker is still leading, but for how long? And I don't know if Ray and Army is any help to her teammate Henry J. Brown. Matthew Hill trying to overtake Drew Walker on the outside. This time he tries it with almost success. No problem at all. Here comes Matthew Hill. Here comes Matthew Hill. Oh my god, they are battling together side by side. They've actually gone equal over the line again. OMG, I wish this keeps happening every time until we get to the finishing line. This would be crazy. As Matthew Hill, ooh, Drew Walker just barely beat Matthew Hill to the lead this lap. What could happen next lap? Henry J. Brown giving Drew Walker a push. See how close they actually are. Looks like Matthew Hill gonna try and take the lead. He is definitely up front more. Here comes Matthew Hill. He will take the lead this time from Drew Walker. And looks like Dark Rain is trying to give Matthew Hill a bit of a push as well. Here comes Dark Rain. Will he try and do the exact same move as what Matthew Hill did? And he goes up front. But for how long though? Dylan Hayden on the outside line once again. Dylan Hayden up in front. And Henry J. Brown right there. And is that Arati Alejo? Right behind Henry J. Brown. Dylan Hayden still leading. And Henry J. Brown up in front, and he takes the lead. Oh, close shave! Eddie Flores Jr. just got hit. He almost got loose down there. Let's see what happened to Eddie Flores Jr. We'll stop this live feed for the time being as we take a look and see what happened to Eddie Flores Jr. because that was a close shave. He basically went loose on the wall and then somehow got collided with another car just as he was about to rejoin. Oh boy, he managed to use Rain and Army as a shield, which would prevent him from hitting the wall and setting up another caution. Let's go through spectator mode. Oh boy. What a race we've seen down there. Let's go on board Natalie Seville. We haven't done much on board for a while, so let's take a look and see what happened to Eddie Flores Jr. on board. Nice. What happened to David Scott? David Scott down the order. Sounds like he's having a bad day. So, Alrighty, Alejo. I think he's trying to overtake Henry J. Brown on the inside line. That's pretty interesting. Henry J. Brown's still there. Yeah, I think David Scott and David Dixon unfortunately made a bad strategy. The wrong decision not to pit, and that's why they're now down the order. Here comes Trey Meeks on the outside line. Trey Meeks takes the lead and equal over the line. No, they're 0.06, so they're not equal over the line. We have got now 20 laps to go as the Trey Meeks is now up in the lead in what was an interestingly exciting race. Wow, they're so low down the order. We can only hope that another caution gets brought out for those two. As we go back up the front, ooh, Dark Rain made a very close move. Oh, and Henry G. Brown, is he gonna take it? Oh, that was close. 0.01, that was close. Henry G. Brown nearly got it. And I think they're about to be overtaken if they don't make any more progress. As Dark Rain makes a move once again, joining Henry G. Brown with him. Dark Rain takes the lead. Who was that coming out of the pits? Did I saw somebody? David Dixon coming out of what I believe is a very late pit stop. But would that pit stop actually work for him? Depending on how everyone is doing. Maybe we might see a few mileage race. Who knows? As Henry G. Brown now tries to get up front. Of Dark Rain. Here comes Henry G. Brown. Up in the front he goes. Oh, take a look at that. Looks like David Scott is on a mission down there. I think he wants to try and make up for lost time. Here comes David Dixon. Yep, he's definitely on a mission to try and make up for as many time as possible. Hopefully, we don't know if maybe everyone else will be pitting, so, but we'll keep an eye on that. As right now, Henry G. Brown is currently your race leader, and things are getting a bit heated up at the moment as we're coming up to the closing laps of the race. Looks like Dark Rain is on his way to take that lead away from Henry G. Brown. We're coming up to 11 laps to go. Oh boy. 3 wide already, and oh, David Scott. He also made a pit stop early, and he's also on a mission. But surely, would that be enough time, or what? Yep, they seem to be a bit far, or unless I'm wrong, but let's see where they'll finish afterwards. As we're coming up to less than 10 laps to go. Dark Rain is currently a race leader. And looks like Eddie Forrest Jr. is going to have a go. Eddie Forrest Jr. is going to have a go on Dark Rain. Will he make a move? He goes to the wrong sideline. Well, that could be a distraction to Dark Rain. Who knows? We've got 7 laps left, 8 laps left. Riley Hill closing in. Could he be the one to make his move? No. What is Riley Hill doing? Oh, that looks very risky for Riley Hill, but Dark Rain might have something up his sleeve. This could be a close battle. Oh boy, few mileage race. Few mileage race. This is a disaster for most drivers now. OMG. What a shocking moment. This is a few mileage race. Towards the end, OMG. Dirk Rain just lost his chance of winning his first race because of a few mileage sort of thing. Oh boy. So that means Rain and Army will be gifted her second race win of the season, if only she can hold on to that lead for 3 more laps. Unless things can change. Because if their fuel runs out, oh boy. Well, this is something we've not seen once in a while. Race decided by fuel mileage. And this happens. Two laps to go. Can Rain and Army hold up to it? Looks like Henry G. Brown's right there. Ooh. Henry G. Brown just nearly got it, but anyways. He was about to pass Drew Walker, but somehow made a mistake once again. So, Rain and Army. Can she hold on to it once again? She just needs to keep an eye on those lap cars. She just got one more turn to go, and then SLR will certainly be back, because they seem to be more victorious after a long time. This will be their 3rd win of the season, and Rain and Army will take home her 2nd win of the season. And, oh boy, an all-Ford top 3. Rain and Army, Drew Walker, and Henry J. Brown will all round up the top 3. And of course, these two, Rain and Army and Henry G. Brown, they will definitely make it on to the chase, alongside Drew Walker and at least these 3 are definitely making it to the chase, to the playoffs. Thank goodness, what a race we've seen, and a shocking fuel mileage race, which certainly have ended their hopes of the likes of Dirk Rain and everyone else. Because that is an oh boy moment. So, let's take a look at the fastest lap time, and it's going to go to the 15 car, and that is Riley Hill, 31.232. So, there you have it. Rain and Army wins at Homestead. And let's see, how will the point standings shake up? We don't know when we're going to see the point standings, the final point standings, at least for the playoffs. But for the regular point standings, I will definitely bring it up soon. So, hope you guys can keep track, and hopefully when I show you the point standings on the Discord, you guys be able to see who can probably make it on to the chase. But anyways, once again, congrats to Rain and Army for winning today's race. And anyways, let's make it short and sweet as I start heading off to bed. So anyways, thank you everyone for watching today's video. Hopefully I'll see you all next time for another race. Next race I forgot, but at least that'll be the first race of the playoffs, so hopefully it's going to be as exciting as last season. Anyways, thank you everyone, and we will see you all back on the track very, 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 very soon.